I do what I do.
Personal need.
They not worried about that. All they worried about is that they are white and they're better than black people. Okay. And they get a chance to see these immigrants getting sent home. And that's the thrill of the day. Okay. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. Go ahead, keep talking, girl.
Off of 21,250. Oh my God. This is devastating for people.
If you weren't white and it wasn't some black people you can look down on, it'd be devastating. Don't go ahead and tell these folk all this stuff. Let's see what some white
in America, there is a misconception about who is on welfare. Now, let me just say this. There is no one program in the United States that constitutes welfare. There are many social programs in the United States that are part of what the United States calls the social safety net, which is really not much of a safety net at all when you consider the meager benefits that people receive. So what I've decided to do is look quickly at the statistics from the last census. Now, this holds true going back, but actually in the last 20 years, it has increased. The number of people receiving public benefits of some sort or another has increased amongst one particular demographic, and that is amongst white people.
White people are getting on more welfare, okay?
20 years ago, 61% of all the people receiving public benefits of some kind in the United States were white people. Today, or as of 2022, or as the last census, 76.2% of all the people receiving some form of public benefit were white people, and the rest were people.
Now, are you starting to see why white people are saying, make America great again? We want our country back. We want to go back where we didn't have to live off these poverty rates. That's what they're saying. Okay, they're out here poor, and you black folks think they're rich, and you constantly looking at them like, oh, they have more than me, and these white folks are dirt poor out here. Okay, keep listening.
People of color, 13. People of Asian extraction, 6%, give or take, and people of Hispanic, somewhere down in the middle there. So let's just talk about what constitutes public benefits. So I'm going to read this list here, and this is what makes up all of welfare, if you will, in the United States. Medicaid, SNAP, WIC, free or reduced price school meals, SSI, TAANF, energy aid, rental subsidies, unemployment compensation, and assorted other programs. So 40 million people in the United States live in poverty, and that number approximately is the number of people who receive public benefits of some kind. And of course that varies when you include Social Security recipients, Medicare, etc., which is not it's an earned benefit. So I'm going to eliminate that for the moment. So of those,
he's not even counting old people on Social Security, folks who's on. So he's saying straight up, this is how many poor people we have. That's a lot of poor people. Okay, and the vast majority of them are white.
People, the number of people receiving public benefits, welfare, if you will, some form of social program, social safety net support. As I said, 76.2% are whites. So I think this is important to remember when people start talking out of their ass.
Excuse the language.
There is a misconception.
Brother, excuse the language. He had to get it out. I let him get it out. But are you guys starting to get a picture here? So what I'm trying to do is establish first, why is it that these white folk are voted for Donald Trump? Makes no sense to me. Okay, it does not serve their financial interests, because you see what he did. One of the first things he did was cut the welfare and reduce the size of the government. Okay, how does that benefit? How does that benefit the typical poor white person? Is I guess the question we need to ask ourselves, and the answer is not really. You understand what I'm saying? Well, let's see if we can get some more of these videos in here. Okay.
not of very, you know how many times I hear, I'm white, but I was raised dirt poor. Name one privilege or benefit that I get. These are pictures of very poor white people in 30.
I want you to look at white people back at the height of Jim Crow. Jim Crow, when the law said that you might be poor, but you're better than the black people. Listen to this.
And 40s. They were probably hardworking also. The difference is that they were able to go into public spaces without being harassed. They were able to go to hotels, drink from fountains, get jobs in white spaces, not be lynched. These people, on the other hand, were just as poor. We all know that they were not given those same opportunities. One of the benefits that you...
So this young man is explaining to us, you got these poor white people over here, and they are dirt poor. And you got these poor black people over here, and they're dirt poor. But then you have the rich, upper elite whites who say, well, you know, be complacent in your position because at least you're better than the brown people and the dark people over here. Otherwise, they would probably start, anybody with good sense would probably start looking at their own condition and say, hey, you know what? Where's the money going? Okay, where in the heck is the money going? Because what I see here is that I'm just in poverty and you guys are over there living like fat cats. So that's something else you have to understand. Now let's go ahead and look at the next video. Mindset of the typical white person way back then, okay? They're very outward with their racial epithets, whether it be when I look at white folk, they talk bad about Irish, they talk bad about Jewish people, they talk bad about Italian people. And in the modern day, these are considered white people, okay? But nevertheless, there's always been this racial or social hierarchy in this country, okay? But the bottom line is, how do you keep these people complacent? Well, we're going to tell you you're better than these other folk over here, even though you're broke, even though you don't have money, even though you grew up dirt poor. Like the gentleman said, I hear stories all the time. White guys, white men and women say, I grew up dirt poor. I was one of 6 or 7 kids. My granddaddy came to this country dirt poor from Ireland or dirt poor from Italy. And it's just like, okay, so why would you vote? You know, and yeah, maybe you've done well for you, or even folks now. Look at the opioid crisis going on in the places like West Virginia and Tennessee and the Rust Belt. These folks are suffering. So why would these people vote for Donald Trump? Now, again, I voted for Donald Trump because it's in my interest to vote for Donald Trump. I wanted lower taxes. I wanted the borders closed. Pretty much everything that any middle class or upper middle class professional would want. But again, I did it because it's in my interest to do so. I don't understand why poor people who are on welfare, okay, poor people who have no opportunities would vote for Donald Trump. It makes no sense. And so that's what we're digging into. But listen to this. He's going to say some racial stuff, but this is our history and we need to deal with it and don't run from it. And then that way we can put things in context. Please.
As a result, I don't elect to have him sit and eat with me. As a result, I don't elect to have him belong to a club that I may belong to. I don't elect to be. For Judge Obar, as for most Southern whites.
Now, he is a judge. He is a whole, you standing in front of his courtroom. This is what he said. This is who he is. Go ahead. Shout out to Father of Many Nations. We only got 2 super chats. Shout out to the 2. That's cool. Appreciate you. Let's keep going.
Out of the past has come a philosophy he calls the Southern way of life. The Negro and his place is at the heart of it. This is the way it has been. It's the history of the South. It's because we've been brought up like this. We have been taught like this.
I want y'all to listen to this from
the heart of it. The Negro is not a part of my family. As a result, I don't elect to have him sit and eat with me.
All right. Now, I want you to understand something. At the same time, he talking about never is not my part of family. A lot of these same white men had no problem dibbling and dabbling in the chocolate pudding pie. You understand what I'm saying? They had no problem easing their way down to Black Betty's and laying up with Black Betty and having a bunch of little mulatto children running around. I want you to understand when they talking about he can't sit with me. You can do something else with them women, can't you? And the same thing goes for those white women. Now, they were talking all this stuff. I'm upstanding, but they had no problem with planting their seeds, okay, their little ivory seeds in the little ebony patch of justice and love. Keep that in mind. So this is the hypocrisy that we're dealing with old Jeb right here. Somebody type Jeb in the chat room.
As a result, I don't elect to have him belong to a club that I may belong to.
But you be I
don't elect to.
For Judge Obar, as for most Southern whites, out of the past has come a philosophy he calls the Southern way of life. The Negro and his place is at the heart of it.
This is the way it has been. It's the history of the South. Is because we've been brought up like this. We have been taught like this. And we teach our children like this. And they'll teach their children like that.
Your children out here running after NBA players, sir. I just want you to know that. All throughout the SEC, your little daughters out there running after the next black dude who's going to be Jeb. Jeb, this didn't age well for you, Jeb. Your daughter's been, right now, she's doing some running backs homework at LSU. All right, she's hoping that he goes pro. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You would tune in to Uncle D. This black man talk, pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. Let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. Lizard King here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.